quite strange. I don't lift to music even. It's just total silence. And boy, does that gym have a lot of total silence. And, I'm always really upset and depressed. And the gym reflects that. It's just dark and empty and no one's around. It's cold, Mike. It's so goddamn cold. And I mean in my heart. I don't even mean in the gym.
I don't know how the hell you train in silence. How have you been able to do that?
What I always tell people is there's a lot to pay attention to other than music, like the pain, the proximity to failure, the technique, how your joints feel, how your muscles feel. Are you really activating what you think you're activating? And obviously, I'm counting reps in my head because I have to get a certain rep number. I use the RPE hypertrophy app. It requires me to write in my reps, blah, blah, blah. And so for me, there's just plenty of stuff to do. And training to music, I do it sometimes, like especially if it's a tough workout and I'm depleted, dieted down. You have those days where you're like, fuck this, I don't want to do this. Also, sorry, am I allowed to swear, or do you want me to keep that to a minimum?
No. There's lots of swearing on this.
Oh boy. So I know that
we can all the dirty jokes can come out in
excellent
full today.
I know that the English don't have much of a sense of humor and they hate swearing. I'm kidding. That's also a joke. Yeah, so I definitely have music in sometimes, but also to me, music comes in sort of one of two forms when I'm in the gym. One is super, super motivating and inspiring, and it just gets me going, but also tires me out because I want to go so hard. I'm kind of like way too amped up. But if it's not that, I just think it's annoying noise. Like I lived in Vegas for a year, and we trained a lot at Las Vegas Athletic Club, LVAC, which is a corporate commercial gym. It's a great gym. It's huge, tons of great machines, but they have like the regular radio on. And I swear to God, I had memorized lyrics of like top 40 songs and I wanted to bash my head in with a hammer. Like, and they were showing the music videos on the screen. I was like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to hear this fucking shit. I'm trying to think and be clear and woosah between my sets. And then some bitch is singing about Cheerios or some shit. I'm like, get me out of here. This is hell. So that, I'm really weird. And I think most people love to train with music, and that makes way more sense than what I got going on. So it's not one of these things where I'm like, well, everyone's wrong, should be training without music. No way. Like, you got to do what you got to do. And, people's music choices differ, what intensity, because also not every music is for every workout. Like hardcore leg session, like, yeah, some gangster rap and metal in there and some really like high impact electronic music. But when you're training like something a little bit more like chest or back or whatever, more quality contractions, I don't know, is it really always time for heavy metal? Some people just train to that shit all the time. It's lost on me a little bit. What do you think about that? Do you have like different kinds of music you listen to depending on the vibe you're feeling?
I've got all my different playlists which I listen to. When I'm in the gym, it usually tends to be a little bit more aggressive, and then I walk out of the gym and I'm like, wow, what am I listening to? And obviously I'll change it to when I'm driving in my car on the way back home. So it's completely dependent, but I've always been a massive fan of music, and for some reason that combination of listening to music and going to the gym is like, that is me in my element, in my happy place, and it allows me to focus. And I think one of the biggest issues people have when they go to the gym is this inability to focus and really dig deep and push themselves, but then at the same time reflect what it is that they've just done. Like, did they feel it where they should be feeling it? Is there improvements which they could be making when it comes to doing the next set? Like, most people are just heavily distracted, and the sessions are just not effective.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of it's like, which edge of the sword do you want? Do you want to be motivated and kind of your flow? Like, I guess a decent term for it is like feeling yourself. You got to be feeling yourself in the gym. Like, it's on you. You're the athlete. It's time to lift. And if you listen to the kind of music that, you're really kind of dipping your head to, like, that's great. But on the other hand, if it's too much music focus and not enough lifting focus, you're kind of like, you're at like a DJ concert and you're like, oh shit, I have a barbell in my hand. Oh, that's right, I'm supposed to be curling this. How many reps did I do? I was just kind of like rhyming to the lyrics in my head. So it was a bit of a balance. I think most people find that balance pretty well.